No, we think that the persistent and stubborn decision of government not to build housing for rental is causing a lot of hardship and distress amongst those who are unable to either rent in the private sector or partake of the so-called 50-50 or low-cost housing. And this affects mainly people on the waiting list who are on the medical list, the social list, and those who are homeless. So government insists in not providing housing for rental other than for the pensioners, but that is not enough.
The GSLP Liberals promised to abolish the waiting lists. How close to doing that have they come?
They haven't. They have failed. If you look at the lists, we have people there who've been waiting now for years on end to be allocated a flat on either medical grounds, social grounds, the homeless, those who live in overcrowded conditions. So and we're talking about years of waiting. So the problem has not been tackled as it should have been.
I mean, the GSLP Liberal government of the past 8 years have built so-called affordable homes at Beachview Terraces and Monscalpe Mews, as well as homes for the elderly at Charles Bresson House. But you think that that doesn't go far enough?
Only for the pensioners. They are the only ones who vacate their flats, which are then given to people who are on the waiting lists. The so-called low-cost housing are mainly taken up by younger people who do not vacate their flats because they live with their parents. So although it is something that we do welcome, not enough to cater for those who are on the waiting list who cannot afford either to rent in the private sector or to partake of these so-called low-cost flats or housing. So the problem is huge, and we urge the three contesting political parties to look into this serious problem. The only way that this can be resolved is for the government, whichever one takes over next month, to pledge to construct housing for rental.